Okay, so got it. Okay, so now we have quorum now, so I think we can go ahead and start. Thank you, Brian. Okay, so the meeting of the Kailua Village Design Commission will come to order. The time is 5:22 p.m. Welcome, everyone. My name is Sean Roth. I'm the chairperson of the Kailua Village Design Commission. I'll introduce the commissioners who are on the video call. We have Arn Werchek, Jasmine Kursat, Bryant Ching, Zahn Sullenberger. Commissioner's role is to provide an architectural and design review of proposed projects, including landscaping and signage within the Kailua Village Special District. The commission is an advisory body. For sign permits, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Public Works Director for action. For architectural design review, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Planning Director for action. Procedures of this meeting are Robert's Rules of Order will be used to conduct the meeting. Each commissioner wishing to speak should be recognized by the chairperson before speaking. Applicants and members of the public should be recognized by the chairperson when testifying or asking questions. Public testimony will be taken. However, the public testimony, because based on the mayor's proclamation regarding COVID-19, the meeting will be online until further notice. And so statements for the public are limited to written testimony submitted by email or in writing to the Kona planning departments. Each application will be heard in the order listed on the agenda. Staff will introduce each project. Applicants will be asked to make a presentation or statement, which will be followed by questions from the commissioners. The commission, after discussion, will vote to make a recommendation for approval, denial, or deferral. So the first item on the agenda is approval of minutes. The minutes from the August 24th meeting were distributed. Are there any corrections to the minutes? And I'm not hearing any corrections and not seeing anyone unmute. So hearing no corrections, the minutes are approved. Are there any statements from the public?
Chair, it's Rosalind, and there was no comments by email or by mail. Thank you.
Okay, so for the record, there are no statements from the public. The first item of new business, the applicant, Mr. David Jones, SPC and Division Manager of Central Pacific Bank, has submitted a sign application for 2 wall signs to read Central Pacific Bank on 2 sides of an existing commercial building. One wall sign would front Henry Street and the other wall sign would front Malilani Road. The wall sign height would be 108 inches or 9 feet, and the sign areas are 16 inches by 120 inches for a total of 13.44 square feet. The maximum letter heights proposed are 9 inches. The proposal includes a sign made of aluminum vinyl canvas, Panaflex faces material, and the sign would be LED illuminated. The proposed colors for the letters are white with a background color as Pantone 7546C-11 Midnight Blue. No other changes to the building are proposed. The landowner is Central Pacific Bank, TMK 75004-060, located at 77-1010 Henry Street in Kailua, Kona. Will staff please give us an introduction to the application?
Yes, thank you, Chair. It's Rosalind Newland. Let me get my PowerPoint up here. Okay, this is agenda item number 1, Central Pacific Bank. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Screen, okay. This is an aerial view of the corner of Malilani Road and Henry Street. I'm heading northward. See, it has a retaining wall around it, and it has Central Pacific Bank on the retaining wall. And I drove by today. It also has existing signs on the wall that they're going to be replacing. There's the corner of, let me get my pointer. There's the parcel right there. So the previous code before 1996, when the zoning code was amended, the Kailua Special District only went to the Mackay side of Queen Mono Highway. So this Walmart parcel and these parcels right here were not included. So that's why you may see the sign for Central Pacific Bank. I couldn't really tell if it was much larger than 9 inches, the face of the letters on the retaining wall, but that's why you may see that, because it wasn't included in the Kailua Village Special District till after the code was amended in 1996 and ratified or became effective in 1999. This is the application. And it had David Jones as the applicant, but on the in the information on Epic, Rainey Castro of John Island Signs is also authorized as the applicant and is attending the meeting tonight. Here is the parts of the sign permit where it shows that the dimensions of the sign permit, and it's illuminated, or it should say that's somewhere in here. Yeah, it says they're LED illuminated. There's electrical permit. There's the location map, the vicinity plan, and the site plan right here, showing the location of the signs, or existing. I'm sorry, that's the existing signs. Okay. Here's the location of the signs. One here facing Henry Street, one facing Malalana Road. They gave us 2 versions of the signs, and the only difference I could find was a difference in depth of the back display board. But that shows the height of the walls sign, and in the background, the back display board, the electrical components, and there's the lettering and the midnight blue black background. Same here. You'll see on this next version, the depth of the display board is 6.125 instead of 8.25 inches deep.
Yeah, this is Rainey with John Allen Sign Company. Actually,
Yes.
The client to update this version here is just showing that the lettering is now raised.
Oh, raised. That's the difference. Okay, right. Okay.
Yes, yeah. So that's the only difference, that they figured it would be a little easier to see and last longer if the letters were raised.
Oh, I see. Let's go back there. Oh, I see. It doesn't say that on the earlier versions. Okay.
Yeah,
Now it says raised push-through acrylic letter. Okay. Okay. And this is an analysis of the Chapter 3 of the Sign Code, Section 358A5 for wall sign. The area of the sign can be 22 square feet or less if the lineal feet of the frontage is 30 feet, and it is, so they can have 22 square feet. And any letter or symbol shall not exceed 9 inches, except in the Kailua Industrial Subdivision where it's 18 inches, shall not exceed. And section 3-59A4, the wall sign height shall not exceed 9 feet, and that's the case for this sign. So that is it for this presentation. Is there any questions?
Does anyone have any questions for Roz? So Roz, just to clarify, that they're not requesting any type of variance here.
No, there's no variance proposed.
No variance required or proposed or required.
No, to me it meets the sign code, and I met with the DPW building staff. We went over both applications we're reviewing tonight. They both seem to meet. They signed both applications as meeting the sign code.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Roz.
Okay.
Does the applicant have anything that they would like to present?
No, that's pretty much everything that the client is looking for. They're just looking for those 2 wall signs to be installed, yeah, with the 9-inch letter height and I think 13.3 square feet. So no, everything that Roz just mentioned is exactly what they're looking for. And yeah, if you have any questions, I can answer any of those.
And can you just clarify something that I think Roz had mentioned, that are these replacing some other signs? Is that the case?
Yes, there are existing signs there that these will be replacing.
Okay, so the existing signs will be removed and then these will be installed. So you're not changing the number of signs.
Correct, correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, commissioners, does anyone have any questions for the applicant? Okay. Oh, is that, someone have a question? No? Okay, I'm not seeing anyone unmuting or asking questions, so I guess not. So thank you. Commissioners, any discussion regarding this application? Not seeing anyone popping up. I think it's pretty straightforward. Just replace the existing signs. Would anyone, since we have no more discussion, would anyone care to make a motion regarding this application?
I move that we approve the application as submitted. This is Commissioner Sullenberger.
I'll second that.
Okay, so motion to approve as submitted by Commissioner Sullenberger and seconded by Commissioner Kursat. Is there any discussion on this motion? Okay, seeing no discussion, let's move on to voting.
Okay, Chair, I'll make a roll call vote here. Commissioner Ching,
Aye.
Commissioner Cruzat, second of the motion.
Aye.
Commissioner Sullenberger, maker of the motion.
Aye.
Commissioner Warchik.
Aye.
Okay, that's 4 votes out of 5, so it's
Oh.
unanimous
So
vote.
I have to vote too, right?
Oh, do you? Okay, well, there's
In
4
order to
out
have
of
5. Yeah, so I
Okay,
vote
okay.
aye.
Okay, thank you, Chair. 5 votes, unanimous.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Well, because I think we need 5 to pass it, right?
Yeah, that's you make 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
5 out of 7. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Okay. 5 out of 8. I'm sorry, 5 out of 8.
Okay. Thank you, Roz.
Okay.
Okay. So so the motion passes. It's approved.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So the second
Arn
item.
has his hand up, please.
Pardon?
Arn has his hand up.
Oh, Arn.
I pushed the wrong button.
Okay.
Now I gotta figure out how to lower it. Just ignore it.
Okay. Your hand may be up for the rest of the meeting. Huh?
It may
Okay.
be. No, I think it's disappeared.
Okay, so let's move, we'll move on to our second item of new business. The applicant, Ms. Rainey Castro of John Allen Sign Company, submitted a sign application for a ground sign and a wall sign for Kona Brewing Company, an existing commercial building. The ground sign be a wood sign measuring 72 inches by 36 inches for a total of 18 square feet and have a height of 6 feet and be installed 5 feet from the property line. It would read Kona Pub Gift Shop Tours Parking with an arrow reading the beers this way. The wall sign would be of PVC material and front of I Street and have a wall sign area of 62 inches by 89.38 inches or 39.48 square feet and be installed 90 feet from the property line on an existing commercial building with the elevation of 21 feet, 8.75 inches. The maximum letter height, logo height proposed is 11.6 inches for the ground sign. The maximum logo height for the wall sign is 62 inches and the letter height is 7.4 inches. The colors of both signs would be brew block maroon, brew block orange, and brew block brown to match the existing building colors. The sign would not be illuminated. Landowner is Lilo Kalani Trust Estate. Leasee is Kona Brewery LLC. TMK 74010004, located at 74-5588 Hawaii Street, Kailua, Kona. Will staff please give us an introduction to this project?
Thank you, Chair. So I've got another PowerPoint presentation I'm going to share in a minute here. Okay, this is for Kona Brewery LLC, one ground sign and one wall sign. There's on Pavai Street. It's one of their first new locations that they have. I just did the certificate of occupancy inspection just very recently, and I did the plan approval for it. They went to KBC for the original design back in excuse me 2017, and you'll see a picture in just a moment. That's the application. You'll see that Kelly Wilson from Department of Public Works signed it on the bottom, and another building staff person also reviewed it for approval with the sign code. There is the sign permit application with the pertinent information. There's a small site plan. I have a bigger one, but this is Pavai Street over here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. There's Pavai Street. There's the 90 feet showing you where the wall sign would be. And the other sign, the one that looks like a surfboard to me, would be over here facing Kuakini. Okay.
So, Roz, isn't that the other way around?
Oh, did I have it wrong? Oh, right, you're right. Sorry, Kuakini is 90 feet from Kuakini and 5 feet from Pavai. You're right, sorry. I need new glasses. I have an appointment this week. Okay, here we go. It's kind of fuzzy. This is Kuakini. We're 90 feet from Kuakini because it's that 50 feet landscape buffer. And then it's 5 feet from Pavai. Sorry, it's so fuzzy I couldn't even read it. Okay. And there's the surfboard type sign. It says in my notes, and I don't know if I wrote this right, the maximum height of the logo is 62 inches, but I'm not sure that's actually correct because it's broken up into the letter heights. It's the maximum height of the total sign is 62 inches. I think that's what was meant here, because that's 72 inches right there. So I'm not sure why I put that in there. For the ground sign, not sure, that shouldn't even be in there. That's a mistake. Sorry about that, because that wouldn't comply. That would need a variance. You can see that the letter inches here, 5.23 inches, 3.8 inches, 5.23 inches. And the arrow is 2.6 inches. And these letter heights are, I'm surprising that it's even going to be visible, but 2.01 inches for these letter heights right here. Maybe we can see in a better display here. This is for the wall sign right here. And you'll see that the, looks to me like a gecko or a lizard, is 18 inches tall. And the letters are also 18 inches or 7.4 inches tall. Oh, there's the 62 inches. Well, that's one way to, that's the height of the sign overall. That's where the 62 inches is. That's the wall sign. So sorry, but they measured it individually in building division for compliance with the sign code. And I have a sign code analysis coming up next. And here's the colors on the right out of my pointer. Sorry. Here's the colors on the right. Why is that working? It's too late. Just a minute here. I'm sorry. Here's the colors on the right for the wall sign, which matches the colors of the building, which you'll see in just a moment. There's the colors of the building, and there they've put a visual effect into where the wall sign would be. So Kuakini is over here, and this is a visual presentation of the landscape strip. And there's some of their existing landscaping that they put in for the building. It is a two-story building. It has a inside here. It's a they're doing bottling also, so they have a catwalk that goes in from inside this office area or meeting room, and they also have a tasting area up here on the second floor. Just for your own information. And so this is a parking around it that surrounds it. So from here it'd be 90 feet to this wall sign, and then on the other side it's 5 feet to the surfboard like looking sign. Here's a side view of the building. I got this from their original KBDC presentation. It's about 40 feet or something like that. This was kind of a blurry. I think it was 47 feet to the top of the roof line, and this was about 17 feet or so to the finished floor, the second floor. Hard to read those numbers too. And there's an analysis of the sign code chapter 3 for these two signs. This is in the Kailua industrial subdivision, so there's changes for this area, and the maximum wall sign shall not exceed 75 square feet. In this case, it's 39.48 square feet for the wall sign. And any letter or symbol shall not exceed a height of 18 inches in the Kailua industrial subdivision, and the wall sign height shall not exceed 9 feet above grade or finished floor, or in this case, 9 feet above the second floor. And that's section 3-59A4. Okay. Any questions on that? This presentation?
Okay, so I guess just, yeah, it was clarified that that the wall sign is facing Kuakini Highway and is, that's where the 90-foot is, and then the surfboard sign is over on Kawai Street and is closer to the road with smaller lettering. I think that.
Yes, the surfboard sign is less than 6 feet, so it can be within the setback. It's exactly 6 feet. It's 72 inches.
Yeah, so I think that was clear.
Yeah.
Where they are, and the pictures make it very clear as well. So
yeah.
Commissioners, does anyone else have any questions for Roz? Okay, thank you, Roz.
Okay.
Does the applicant have anything that they'd like to present?
No, Roz explained it perfectly. Oh, sorry.
Well, one thing I just noticed, Rainey, is that you have a 5 feet base below the 6 foot.
That's actually it's a little tough because it's hard to see. That's actually a 5 foot. It's because of the angle of the photo. That's the 5 feet from the property line to the sign.
Oh, so it's not underneath the sign.
Correct. No, it's not. That's
okay.
Showing the 5.
Right. Okay. So because it's in the setback, it can't be taller than 6 feet overall.
Yeah, and so that's just showing that the sign is 5 feet from the property line, right?
Oh, I see it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for clarification.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a funny angle because of the photo, but yes, that's
I see.
showing the 5 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, but so that's all that's being applied for is this single-faced wooden ground sign for a directional on how to park there and where exactly to park. And then the wall sign is just a single-faced, non-illuminated PVC wall sign with the 18-inch tall gecko, which was the max height of that image.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Commissioners, does anyone else have any questions for the applicant? Okay, I'm not seeing anyone unmuting. So yeah, thank you. So we can begin discussion on this. I'll say I'm very happy that these signs sort of meet all the rules. I think they're good looking signs and they fit with the building and with the area. Commissioners, anyone else want to add to discussion? Okay, not seeing anybody.
This is Commissioner Sullenberger, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I would just reiterate what Sean said. I mean, they're good looking signs. The proportions of the wall signs look good on the building. So I think it's appropriately scaled to that face of the building based on that image that we've seen. So I'll support this motion.
Great. Any other discussion? I'm not seeing anyone unmute, so Jasmine, are you unmuting? No, Arn?
I'll move the acceptance of the application.
I second it.
Okay, so accept the application as presented by Arn and then seconded by, that was Commissioner Ching, I believe. Yeah. Is there any discussion on the motion? Okay, hearing no discussion, let's move on to voting.
Thank you, Chair. I'll do a roll call vote. Commissioner Ching,
Aye.
that was the seconder of the motion. Commissioner Crusat,
Aye.
Commissioner Sullenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Warchick, maker of the motion,
Aye.
and Chair Roth.
Aye.
Aye. So we have 5 votes, which makes it unanimous
Great.
to pass this.
Motion is adopted. Great, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
So that's all of our new business. The next item on the agenda is, are there any administrative matters?
Chair, it's Rosalind. I don't have any. And is Dan, did you have any? No. For announcements, there's no meeting scheduled for September 28th. I mean, there was tentatively one scheduled, but we don't have any applications for that meeting.
Neil Tanaka has his hand up.
Yeah. So Neil Tanaka has joined the meeting. Neil, go ahead.
Hello, commissioners. Thank you for taking the time to entertain my question. So yes, we were very lucky that these signs did not violate any of the KVDC design guidelines in the sign code. However, I was present just to provide support on clarity on that code. But I would like the commission, if possible, to consider possibly relaxing those sign design guidelines to match those that are written already as standard in the sign code, so that we don't have to possibly entertain further variance action based upon the village design decisions. And so I was wondering if that's something that you guys would be able to consider.
And so the rules that we're following, I believe that some of that is written in the zoning code. Is that correct?
Actually, in the sign code. It's in the sign code, and the ordinance itself, which is our master plan, it was passed by ordinance. So it would take an ordinance to revise the existing master plan for the Kailua Village Design District, as well as a second ordinance to change the sign code itself.
Yeah, so both the Kailua Village would need to be changed as well as the sign code being changed.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally, I'm in favor of having it set up so that there's not so many variances required. But I think that it's not something that we as a commission can initiate if it's a change to those codes. But we could potentially discuss it and like send a recommendation to the council, I suppose. That's something we could put on an agenda for a future meeting.
I mean, as a representative of DPW, I stand ready to update the ordinance for the sign code. I mean, that thing needs to be updated anyway. With regards to the master plan ordinance, obviously that's a planning department, Kuleana. And so if anything, I'd like to at least put on the agenda for next meeting to have maybe a possible discussion of the ramifications or impacts for a recommendation, either way, to leave it the way it is or entertain as at least a recommendation which way you'd like to go, so that like Chair said, if we can avoid further variance processes to help streamline these approvals that I think benefit everybody. Of course, while maintaining the character of Kailua Village, which I think all of us on the Kona side believe needs to be maintained. But I believe that the sign permit or the sign code as it's written right now would possibly maintain that character. But anyway, like I said, I'd like to have the commission maybe just consider that to see if they would be open to it.
And I think maybe commissioners, that if this goes on the agenda as something that will be discussed, look at the, maybe plan ahead a little bit, because I know that and maybe we can send out an email to everyone to alert them that this will be on the agenda, because I know various people have different reasons to support or not support some of the variances that we've seen come through. And so it'd be nice to have a discussion where everyone is able to, be able to express, the way that they see things, the way that they see that things should be progressing, if there are changes to these ordinances, right?
Well, I thought that the master plan was something that we should be considering, and that's what we're following.
And that's where if we should be looking at, if anyone has particular issues that they support or don't support as far as changes to the code, this would be the time to start discussing it.
During an agenda item next meeting.
Yeah, but it has to be as part of a agendized discussion. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well,
it would not be for the September 28th meeting, I don't think, because we need time to go through the master plan and put together a summary of what's in the master plan compared to what's in the rest of the sign code. We need time.
So we'll just say that this is going to be agendized at a future meeting.
At a future meeting, yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, planning department. I'm not trying to push anything. It's just we're looking to see if we can help streamline some of these processes. And so I appreciate that. And whenever it does become agendized, please let us know so that we can support you in that effort.
Okay.
And thank you for entertaining the comment.
Okay. Thanks, Neil. It's saying my internet is unstable right now for some reason, so we better get to the end. So are there any other announcements?
No, Chair.
I got one. Just want to apologize. I got hung up doing something, so sorry about that.
Okay. Well, thank you for making it on, though. We didn't have to postpone the meeting, so that's great. And it's only 5:56, so we did pretty well. Yeah. Okay. So if there's no further business, then we'll say that the meeting is adjourned at 5:56 p.m. Thank you all of you for taking the time this evening, and see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Right.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.